For most cross-border retirees, their Social Security benefit is going to be the highest monthly pension they receive in retirement. Yet so many people don't know how to get their estimate, or if they do, they get the wrong number. Today, we're going to clear up what your Social Security benefit will look like in retirement. Hi, my name is Brian Haggard. I'm a certified financial planner, chartered financial analyst, and I'm the founder of RetireMitten Financial. We help simplify your complicated cross-border retirement. And the first thing that we do when clients come to us is that we put together the retirement plan and we ask them to start to gather some data up. And one of those things that we ask our clients to gather up is their Social Security estimate. And for a lot of people, A, they don't know where to look, or B, when they send those Social Security estimates over, they don't necessarily know what the actual amount that they're going to receive in retirement. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about getting your Social Security benefit and getting an accurate estimation of what your benefits are going to look like in retirement. Okay, first and foremost, let's talk about actually getting your Social Security statement, getting your benefits and what that's going to look like. Now, back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, you may remember that you would get a paper application in the mail. That is not the case anymore. Social Security stopped that in order to save money. Now, in order to get your statement, you need to log on to the Social Security website and create an account. Now, the Social Security website is ssa.gov, and on there you'll be able to create a login, a username, and password. Now, this is going to take probably a few minutes to do that. In order to create a username, because of security purposes, you'll have to also provide typically your ID that you may have. And so you'll have to upload that with your phone into the Social Security website in order to actually get a secure login. I did this here recently, and it probably took me about 10 or 15 minutes to actually be able to go from start to finish, where I was able to log in and finally get my Social Security password and username and be able to log in and see my estimates. Now, one of the nice things is if you prefer paper statements, once you're on the Social Security website, you can ask them to start sending paper statements back out to you. But for now, this is the best and easiest way to get your Social Security statement. Now, let's take a look at your Social Security statement. Once you're onto the Social Security website, once you've created a login, you'll be able to download your statement. And you can see I have a sample one here with us so that we can look through it together. This is the first page of your Social Security statement, and this is really a summary of your overall benefits. On the left-hand side is a summary of your retirement benefits. On that part as well, it's going to talk about if you've earned enough credits to qualify for Social Security. Again, this is unique to cross-border retirees. Typically, you need 40 credits or about 10 years of US work in order to qualify for US Social Security. However, because of the US and Canada totalization agreement, you can have less than 40 years or 40 credits of Social Security and still qualify for a benefit as long as you've also worked in Canada. So on that left-hand side, if you're looking at it, it may tell you that you don't qualify for any Social Security retirement benefits as of now because you don't have those 40 credits. However, either A, you may continue to work and earn those credits, or you could use your Canadian work experience to qualify for Social Security as well. You'll also see a summary of your disability benefits and survivor benefits as well if something were to happen to you. On the right-hand side is going to show you your Social Security benefits at different dates. And this is the first thing that most people go to. And we're going to talk about what this actually means and why yours may be wrong. The bottom of that is going to show you your Medicare benefits if you qualify for Medicare. Now, unfortunately, the US and Canada totalization agreement helps you qualify for Social Security if you have less than 40 credit hours. However, it will not help you qualify for Medicare. In order to qualify for Medicare, you have to have worked in the US for at least 10 years. You have to have um, you have to have those 40 credit hours to do so. Now let's take a look at the back of your Social Security statement. The back page is really a summary of your earnings history. Again, Social Security changed their statements here a few years back. It used to give you a year by year look at what your earnings statement or what your earnings history was. Now it's more of a summary. Your more recent work experience is shown, but it's more of a summary of previous work as well. So if you really want to look at your earnings history year by year, you can do that on the Social Security website. There's a place where you can get a year by year look of your earnings history. But right now, it only shows more of a summary. The reason this is important is if you think Social Security got this wrong for whatever reason, you want to be able to dispute that. And so looking at your earnings history, in my opinion, is important, even though I will say I've never had a person come to me and think that their earnings record on the Social Security website is wrong. But on the back page, it's going to show a summary of your overall earnings. Now I want to focus on the front page and that retirement benefit summary at different ages, different start dates that you're going to start Social Security, because this is where most people get their Social Security benefit wrong. It's really important to understand that Social Security, the more that you've worked in the United States, the more you've earned here in the United States, the higher your Social Security benefit is going to be. Social Security is actually based on the highest 35 years of US work. And so some people make this a mistake thinking that maybe it's only based on the last couple of years of work. It's not. It's based on the highest 35 years of US work. And why is that important, especially for cross-border retirees? For a lot of cross-border retirees, maybe they've worked in the US for 15, 20, 25 years, maybe up to 35 years, but a lot of the clients that we work with don't have a full 35 years of US work, which means that a lot of times they have a lot of zeros for those work experience. They might have high income for 15 years, but the other 20 years could be completely zeros paying into Social Security. And so every year that you work here in the United States, you're essentially replacing a zero with what could be a relatively high earnings year that year. And so those years that you work in the United States can make a big difference. And so why is that so important when looking at your Social Security statement? When you look at this personalized monthly retirement benefits dates, when we talk to a lot of people, they may retire at 62 and they may look at this and go, well, okay, hey, if I retire at 62, I can turn on my benefits and it's going to be $1,465 a month. Or I can wait till my full retirement age, which is 67, and I'll get $2,119 per month. Or I can delay my benefits all the way to age 70 and I'll get over $2,600 per month. However, that is the wrong way of looking at it. When you are looking at these numbers and these start dates for Social Security, it makes the assumption that are going to continue to work and you are going to continue to earn the same amount of money that you're making currently when you're looking at this estimate. So if you're going to retire at 62, and at that point, you could turn on Social Security and it would be $1,465. However, your benefit at 67 is not going to be $2,119. It's going to be probably closer to $1,900 or $2,000 because you stopped working, because you stopped paying into Social Security at that point. Your age 70 benefit is going to be significantly less than $2,600 per month. So a lot of people when they come to us, if they are retiring early, they kind of have an inflated idea of what their Social Security benefits may be, and we have to go and recalculate those benefits to give them an accurate assumption of what those will look like. Now, the Social Security website doesn't just have your statement on it. It also has a retirement calculator, a retirement benefits estimator that you can access as well. And if you're one of those people who's planning on maybe retiring earlier, but wants to look at their Social Security benefit, what it would be at full retirement age or even age 70, this is a really good place to do that. The retirement calculator will be able to, you're able to put in different retirement ages on it, as well as what your future salary is going to look like. So for some people, they may earn more and their Social Security benefit is underestimating your benefits because you're going to get a pay increase as you get closer and closer to retirement. Other people, they might take a part-time job and earn less. Either way, this retirement calculator allows you to input a retirement age as well as an average future annual salary on there so that you can estimate what those benefits are going to be at different ages. In this example, what I have up here is somebody who is going to retire at age 62, and now you can see what their full retirement benefits would be if they delayed, and then also their age 70 benefits if they delay all the way to age 70. This is a much more accurate picture of what your retirement benefits are going to look like if your plan is to retire earlier and then delay and turn on Social Security later. Like I said before, Social Security is a huge part of your retirement income, and you want to make sure that you have that number right. For a lot of our people, once they start actually gathering up all the Social Security, CPP, and OAS statements, they're pleasantly surprised to find out just how large all of those benefits are going to be. Others come to us a little bit disappointed when we tell them that, hey, if you're going to retire early, you may not get as much as what your Social Security statements are actually telling you. Either way, you want to make sure that you know what the right amount is. If you have any questions, feel free to schedule a complimentary consultation at our website, retiremitten.com, where you can talk to one of our cross-border financial planners and start to put together a cross-border retirement plan for you and your family. Thanks, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.